everybody, I'm Elise from the Hi everybody, I'm Elise from the blog LePetiteSaintCrochet.com, and this is Pickle, who is our new kitten. If you don't know about him, you're probably going to hear him in the background because he makes a lot of noise all of the time. I typically film videos down in my craft room, which is in my basement laundry room, but this is the only quiet room in my entire house right now. He makes noise the whole time. But I'm really excited to be sharing with you this yarn vacation that I took with some of my knitting and crochet friends, and I'm also going to give you some tips and tricks about how, don't jump on that. But I'm also going to be sharing some tips and tricks for how you can plan your own yarncation. So before I go all into my little trip up to Black Mountain, North Carolina, I wanted to give you guys an update about the pigs that I'm making. So this is actually a pattern that I have created myself, and I have been tweaking the pattern over and over and over again. But I think I've settled on these little pigs and their clothing, and I'm really happy with how it's turning out. I'm finalizing all the little details right now and getting that pattern written up as we speak, and then I'll have it tested and tech edited. As soon as I get that pattern done, I will let you guys know. So when my friend Julie from the Button Jar Studio invited me on a girls' weekend up to Black Mountain, North Carolina for a yarncation, I'll be honest, I was a little bit nervous because I've never been on a girls' weekend before in my entire life. The only time I've ever been on vacation as an adult has been with my family, people that I'm super comfortable with. Julie's trip included 6 other ladies that I knew, but I didn't know them super well. So I was a little bit nervous, and it turned out really, really wonderful. And I have a whole new group of wonderful friends that I just love to pieces. And I also found that going on a yarncation was super, super fun. I want to share all the details of this with you guys, but also give you some tips if you're planning on doing a little yarn getaway with a group of friends as well. Julie planned our entire trip around an event that was happening at the cutest yarn shop in Black Mountain, North Carolina. Julie was going to be vending at the Black Mountain yarn shop, and she was going to be displaying her wares, and I was really excited to go because I've heard a lot of great things about this gorgeous yarn shop. If you are looking for a destination yarn shop in North Carolina, please visit the Black Mountain yarn shop. It is absolutely incredible. It's in downtown Black Mountain, North Carolina. It's right in the historic little downtown area, and it is just a beautiful space. The collections of yarns that they have in the shop is absolutely unbelievable, and I'll show you what I got here in just a minute. It is laid out so wonderfully. The space feels so warm and inviting and beautiful, and all of the yarns are very well organized. You will find such a variety of yarns there. Oh my gosh, I was just in love with everything. The colors are also on trend and beautiful, and it just made my heart sing. And people came to this event from states like Georgia and Texas, so people were traveling kind of far to come to this event because they also had other vendors there besides Julie with the Button Jar Studios, but they also had other indie dyers, and they had 2 ladies from the YouTube channel Katie Jack's Knits, and they were there to meet some of the viewers of their channel, so it was really, really fun. So if you want to plan your own yarncation, look for a destination yarn shop. I have links for different destination yarn shops across the US. So if your favorite yarn shop is not listed there, please in the comment section below, please list yours. And if you're outside of the US, leave links to your favorite yarn shops as well. I think people would really love knowing where some of these destination shops are across the world. There goes the kitten. My next tip, if you want to plan your own yarncation, is to invite your yarn-loving friends. So this is probably the hardest part, especially for people like me who I am not a social butterfly. So as a natural homebody, getting out and socializing with a lot of people, especially ones that I didn't know super well, was a little bit scary for me. I know how hard this part might be. If you don't have already a knitting group or a crochet group that you regularly belong to, it might be hard to find people. Your local yarn shop is your best bet for finding yarn-loving friends. So maybe they have classes or open stitch nights that you could start getting involved with. And then if they have an event or a destination yarn shop, maybe a couple hours away has an event, you can invite some of them to go away for the weekend. That is a great way to really bond with other people, especially those people who love to knit and crochet as much as you do. My next tip is to find a place that is relatively close to the event space that you can all stay together. So Julie found this amazing farmhouse for us to rent that was literally a mile or two from the yarn shop. It is gorgeous. This was such a cute little quaint place. It had this adorable front porch and a little balcony on top. It had this cute little yard and plants and flowers, and it was convenient to everything. So when we needed to go back to the house, it was super simple, or run to the yarn shop, it was really easy driving in and out. So if you look on your Vrbo or Airbnb websites to look for places that are close enough to the event, that makes it super simple. Make sure that there are enough places to sleep, that there are enough bathrooms, that there's a kitchen, because we use the kitchen for breakfast time. We actually even had dinner there one night, and one of the ladies baked all of these goodies and brought it. So we all had tons of food and wine, and there was a great living room space. So in the evenings we sat together and we just talked and knit and crocheted and shared all of our purchases with each other. It was really a wonderful time to be together. So make sure to find a great place that can host you all. So my next tip for your yarncation is to make a budget. This was my fatal flaw. I did not create a budget because I really didn't think I would be spending that much. So the Airbnb that we stayed in only cost $78, and then I knew that we were going to be eating out, so I planned those expenses in. But I didn't really think about buying yarn and that I was going to be going to this fabulous yarn shop and I would be so inspired. My recommendation is to go ahead and just make a budget. That way you can spend the money on yarn or notions or whatever you want and not feel a little bit guilty about it. But I do want to share what I got with you guys because I got some beautiful things. So the first thing that I bought was this Malabrigo Rios worsted weight yarn. It's in this gorgeous pink color because I'm obsessed with making these pigs right now. Don't grab the yarn. I really love this yarn because it is so beautiful and there's different hues of the pinks in here, and I just think it is super gorgeous. So apparently Pickle likes it too. No. The next two yarns are Farmer's Daughter fibers, and I got these to make the clothes for the pig, and I love these beautiful muted tones. I'm so ready for fall, and this just reminded me of a gorgeous fall day with this beautiful brownish kind of ochre sort of a color in this deep indigo blue. And I cannot wait to knit the clothes with them. But the other thing that I got, this was my splurge purchase. I can't wait to share this one with you guys. And it is the Spin Cycle yarns. Oh my goodness. This yarn is so incredibly beautiful. I have never seen anything quite like it. This was a very expensive purchase, but I justified it because it's going to be a Christmas gift for somebody. It's going to be a Christmas gift for somebody I love very dearly. What's really amazing about this yarn is that it is he is something else. This yarn is dyed differently than a lot of other yarn. When you think about yarn and it has different plies and it's almost like different strands of fiber that are wrapped together, the different plies of this yarn are dyed different colors. So when they're twisted together, it is beautiful. It is so gorgeous. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. So the pattern that I'm going to be doing, it's called Shift by Andrea Mowry. I saw an example of it actually at Black Mountain Yarn Shop, and I was blown away by how beautiful it was. I just couldn't get over it. This is going to be a very beautiful shawl. I cannot wait to start knitting it. So these were all my purchases from Black Mountain Yarn Shop, and they're just gorgeous, and I'm so pleased with them all. So the next thing to do for your dream yarncation is to plan out where you're going to eat. We did a combination of eating out but also eating back at the farmhouse, which was really nice to be able to do both. One of the places that we ate at in Black Mountain, North Carolina was this amazing restaurant called the Bush Farmhouse. It is South African inspired cuisine, which I have never had before, and it was really great. The whole atmosphere, the music, the menu, the drinks, and the decor were all South African inspired. Make sure to check out local restaurants, and in this day and age with all the craziness that's going on, make sure that the restaurant is actually open and check to see if you need to make reservations. Look for those quaint, quirky, great little places that are in these towns that maybe you wouldn't go to normally, and maybe try cuisine that you've never tried before. I had a delicious big plate of trout and saffron rice. It was just really fun to do something totally different. My next tip is to check out what else is going on in the area that you are going to be going to on your yarncation. So in Black Mountain, the same weekend that they were holding the big yarn event at Black Mountain Yarn Shop, they were also having the Sourwood Festival in Black Mountain. It was just a really cute little festival where they had all kinds of vendors and food, and you could just walk around the town and shop and look at all of the artisans and all of the handmade crafting things and their famous sourwood honey. But that's something really fun to do if you're in a new place and you haven't been there before and you want to explore all that it has to offer. You could plan your yarncation around your crochet or knitting event, and then you could go do some other fun things that are local to that area and just make it a total getaway, a total vacation, which was super fun for us to do. I hope you enjoyed this video today all about how to plan your dream yarncation, and that you enjoyed seeing my own first girls getaway up to Black Mountain, North Carolina. And as always, if you would please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification to know when I publish a new video. But also, in case you don't know, I have an Instagram account, and as much as I try to share a lot of my crocheting and knitting going on there, what I end up sharing a lot of in my stories is all about my animals. So I have Jersey Boy and Olive and brand new Pickle here. They're all rescue animals, Jersey and Pickle. We rescued both of them from the Humane Society here in our town. But Olive is a cat that we actually found on the street when she was just about 6 or 7 weeks old. We don't know for sure, but she weighed less than a pound. She was in pretty bad shape. She was flea ridden and so hungry. We don't know how long she was alone, but we literally just rescued her off the street, and she is just such a precious baby. But we love our fur babies so very much, and I share all about them on my Instagram stories all the time. So if you're interested in keeping up with what's going on with sweet little Pickle here and how Olive is starting to warm up to him just a little bit, but it's really fun to share these little guys. I'm really passionate about rescuing animals from shelters or on the street if you find them. But also stay safe out there, everybody, and happy stitching.